Welcome back, guys. In this video we're going to cover a couple other sections for the CRUD model, and this will be kind of fun. Let's start with the insert. So when I look at this, what I want is insert is just straight up inserting data, and this is really easy to do. All we have to do is just make this more flexible. So I'll change this to this underscore data, or sorry, table. Okay. And we're going to return an insert ID. So we were pretty good with this one, and it just works like this. I'll actually copy this guy right here. So in our test controller, let's go ahead and comment these guys out. All I did was hold Control and press / to comment that, and I'll say this user model insert login Jethro, and I'll say result equals that. I'm going to change his name to Marcus. And every time you insert something, usually what you want back is the insert ID. So I'm going to go ahead and refresh, and it gives us 18. Okay. Now I'll go back. I'll just comment him out and uncomment this, and I'll just do a get of every user so we can see what we got, make sure he's in there. Refresh. And down a little ways, there's Marcus. He has no email or password. That's okay. We didn't make anything. So that's pretty much it for insert. That one's quite easy. Another one that's fairly easy will be delete. Update we'll come back to. So to delete, first of all, we're going to always delete from the table this underscore table. And we can actually get rid of that. So there's a couple things we want to think about here. Usage, whoops. The usage of this, we're also going to want to say this, whatever the model name is, delete a where statement. So we want to say, like, let's say array name is Marcus. If I didn't know his ID, or I wanted to delete everybody with the name Marcus, we just want that option. So with this, this is actually going to be a parameter, just we'll call it ID. And for this, we'll say if is array ID. And let's also do a if is numeric ID. And for this, we'll just do this db where this primary key equals ID. And for this guy down here, if it is an array, we're just going to copy the for each loop we did for this guy right here, and go back down. Okay, so ID as key value in all those where statements. Okay. Now the difference with ID, we need to be serious about this, is that if it's not numeric and it's not an array, it could delete the whole table, and that's terrible. So I want to put an else if here. Okay, and then I'm going to put an else one line below, and for this I'm just going to die and say you must pass a parameter to the delete method. Okay, and the reason for this is because we never want to delete everything in our table unless we're crazy, and it would be really easy to accidentally type delete without a parameter there, and in almost every case you just aren't going to want to do that. So we'll do this delete from table. So let's try it out. Let me comment that guy out, and I'll say result equals this user model delete. Now if you don't understand how the user model is interacting with the CRUD model, let me just reiterate for you. The user model is extending the CRUD model, so it's actually going to this guy, and it inherits all of these properties as long as they're public or protected. Okay, if they're private, you can't touch them. And then the CRUD model extends the CodeIgniter model. Okay, So hopefully that makes sense. You play around with it a little bit, I think it will. And for delete, hopefully this fails. So I'll go ahead and refresh. And missing one argument for delete. Well, that's good. We'll leave those errors up because you should always pass an argument. So let's try to delete user ID 18. And I'll go ahead and refresh. And it won, so it's a success. And let's look at our code. Delete from user where user ID equals 18. Beautiful. Okay. And then let's test out the array one. Let's insert a couple of these guys. I'll just make a couple lines like this. Refresh. Refresh. Okay. And let's actually do a get. Let's see what we have. So here's our data. We got all these Marcus 2, Marcus 3, Marcus 4. Okay. So we're going to do an array and see what happens. Make sure it works. So I'll uncomment this line and I'll delete array where login equals Marcus 2. Okay. Now before I refresh the page, let's check something. We have Marcus 2 and we have Marcus 2. And notice this guy has ID 22 and he has ID 19. So this is something you'd want to be careful with. I'll go ahead and refresh. And it says 2. So 2 of them were deleted. Okay. I will now comment this guy out and then comment out the delete. And let's see what we have now. Refresh. Refresh. Oh, I commented out the wrong thing, sorry. Result equals get. Refresh. And we should be missing all the Marcus 2s. Yep. Well, it looks like we have one there. Oh, it's because we were refreshing the page when we created Marcus 2. I'm sorry. That's why it happened. I accidentally uncommented this line, refreshed the page, and it kept creating Marcus 2. So that'll cover it for the insert and delete. Next, we'll check out the update.